Alright, welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders. Alright, so we have the Cursed City is back in action. $199 for the Cursed City core game. This is a great deal, honestly, in my opinion. This box set is awesome, and the fact that you can find these all over the internet for a fraction of the price makes this a no-brainer. If you don't already have this box set, it comes with like over 50 miniatures. They are awesome Games Workshop miniatures, a bunch of adventurers, and a bunch of bad guys for them to fight. The actual game is pretty cool. I don't honestly have like my own experience with it. I've heard from people mixed reviews, but overall the actual box set and the value inside is amazing. I highly recommend you check out online if you're looking at picking this up though, as you can find it for a massive discount. I've seen it as much as 40% off myself, and other people have reported picking it up for 50% off, so $100. All right, so on to the next. We have the Warhammer Quest Cursed City Nightwars. So I've talked quite a bit about this situation. I suspect that the way this is being released is because of issues during the pandemic and everything. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the first time we've seen Games Workshop release a set without miniatures in it that is intended for use with miniatures. So it makes sense that they had some kind of issues with print and then basically just released the models on their own. And now they finally have this all squared out. So now they're releasing the print items on their own, and then you can add your models. I hope this is a one-off situation. I don't think it will do particularly well. I mean, people will definitely want to play the expansion, but I don't think most people want to buy miniature games without miniatures in them, at least from the biggest miniature maker in the, world. I mean, the truth is with Games Workshop, they make great minis, but their games can be a little meh at times. So the idea that someone would pay Games Workshop prices for the game without the minis doesn't really make much sense to me. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully it's a one-off situation, as I would have definitely bought this set if it was a big box set with all the minis in it for more money, but that's not the case. So in my opinion, missed opportunity by Games Workshop, but we'll assume it was a one-off situation until we see otherwise. So we do know there's more expansions down the line, so we'll see how they come out and what they look like when they do. All right, next we have our Warcry book. So here's the Warcry core book. This was only previously available in the Heart of Gur box set. If you're going to play the new Warcry using the new Warcry rules, this is the book for you. It's a good book. It's $50 as expected, and I suspect it will be a big seller, as a lot of people didn't necessarily want the Heart of Gur, but want the new rules. So next we have the Amazon Blood Bowl Kara Temple Harpies. So $50 for this team. There are 2 each of all of the items in this box set. So essentially you're going to get, I want to say it was 12 models. Yeah, 12 models. So you'll get 2 each of the 6 different poses. And then there's a bunch of different like alternate heads and everything. Good looking warband overall. And then we had the Blood Bowl Amazon Dice for $18 for those. The Amazon Team Card Pack for $30 as well. And then we see the Amazon Pitch, the double-sided pitch and dugout set for $50. So everything you need to start your Amazon warband. And then if you want some of the special units that are available from Forgeworld, the Blood Bowl Spike Journal has the rules for them. And then they're also included when you do purchase the models from Forgeworld. So, but $15 if you want that Spike Journal. And next we have Rogel Dorn, the Emperor's Crusader. This is the hardback edition for $19. And then we have the Empire at War paperback edition for $21. And then we see a bunch of these little Gribbly items, some pre-Christmas stuff, and just like little trinkets. So we see the Starforged has these new Purity seals. There's one for the Ultramarines for $23, one for the Dark Angels, and then one for the Blood Angels as well. All the same price. Pretty cool overall. $23 for a pin badge. I don't know. I could see it being like a neat little prize at a tournament or something like that, but I'm not really sure. I don't see many people like just wearing these around. Next we have the Mertroid. So we have the bauble tree decorations. So the first one is the Ultramarine here. I think these look great. This is honestly awesome. And who doesn't put bulbs on their Christmas tree if they have a Christmas tree? Next we see these are $12.50 also. They're a little expensive for a Christmas bulb, but for what they are, I would say that they're not a bad deal. I mean, there's not a lot of Warhammer stuff you can pick up for $12.50 that's cool and you get, use out of every single year. The Red Gobbo is really good as well, and also the Red Squig. I'm a big fan of all of these. They're great. Will I be picking them up? Probably not. With my luck, if I pick one of these up, I would immediately drop it, break it, and be out my $12. So it's a pass for me, but I think it's neat. Next, we have the Roy Lowe Warhammer 40k Red Gobbo socks. $11.99 for the socks. They look okay. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'm pretty particular about my socks, but for 12 bucks, these are pretty cool. Neat little stocking stuff for gift. Then we have the Danilo Warhammer 40,000 official 2023 calendar. $16.50. Pretty good deal for a calendar, I would say there. I think most calendars are between like 10 and 30 bucks. So right smack in the middle, and it's Warhammer, so that's a winner right there. Maybe I will pick one of those up. It's always nice to have a actual calendar you can write things on. And then we see some Starforged keychains. We have the bolt rifle, the las gun, the chaos chain axe, and then of course the orc choppa. 15 bucks a piece for those. Pretty neat. You can tell how big they are from the size of the ring there. So neat little items, pretty well detailed. I like the idea of it. Pretty cool. The las gun seems a little lackluster in comparison, but overall just neat. Next, we see the Cursed City paperback. So this is the return of the Cursed City novel, but in paperback instead of hardback. $16 for that. I did ask about that and got some responses. Most people said that it was pretty good, but it was nothing to write home about. And then we're on to some stuff from last week. The Tzeentch Disciples, War Scroll cards, dice, and of course the new Battle Tome and limited Battle Tome as well. And then, of course, we have the Space Marine Heroes 2022 Blood Angels Collection 1. So these have been pretty popular overall. They're sold in these 8 packs, like for the blisters. They're all random, what's inside, so you don't know what's in each of the 8. But they have said that if you purchase the 8-pack like this, you will get 1 each of the 6 heroes, and then you'll get 2 duplicates at random. So 64 bucks for that, for the full set, and then that includes 2 extras. These are pretty neat. I think people like them, get a kick out of them. I'm not particularly interested in them, but at $64 USD, you're basically paying like 8 bucks for a cool Space Marine sculpt that is only available from the heroes. I can understand that. I think some of the other ones that are a little more unique, a little more cool, like I really like there's a bunch of cool looking Death Guard ones. There's some other like various ones that jump out at you. These are a little lackluster, a little just regular for me, but I can understand the appeal of them. I think overall they'll be pretty popular. And, honestly, I think people like to buy something randomly and not know what's inside, knowing, obviously it's going to be a Space Marine, but not which one. I think people are likely to like just pick one up here and there or whatever, but most people probably want the set. So moving on here, we see the Vanguard from last week, Disciples of Tzeentch. We talked about that, the breakdown, the value, and then of course now the Lord of the Rings. Finally out of stock, so no more pre-orders on these bad boys. Hopefully you got them in if you wanted this before Christmas time. So when it's all said and done, pretty neat. There's a bunch of little like extra gribblies and stuff like that, not necessarily from Games Workshop, but on theme. A bunch of, it's still early, but obviously a bunch of cool stocking stuffers with some of the books, the calendar, obviously the socks, the ornament, some neat stuff here. A little different, I can understand people wanting just random little Warhammer related gribblies that can kind of like purge their way into, traditional life. So pretty cool overall. I think this is big for the Amazons. Obviously, if you are an Amazon fan or you like the aesthetic of this team, this is a big release for you. Very cool. I really like them. I think they look great. I think part of it for me that makes these models so cool, a lot of the other Blood Bowl teams that, have like more traditional just kind of helmets on. And I think what I really like about these models is while they're clearly Blood Bowl team, they don't have like just your regular old traditional helmets. They have these sort of like Amazonian headdresses. And I think that makes the models look really cool. Now, obviously, again, you can see like the face mask on some of them, and they're clearly still meant to be football players, like the face mask right here and everything. It's not the typical just boring old, helmet. So I think these are really cool. I do like them. I think they'll do well. And then obviously for Cursed City, this is a big one. If you are going to look at that Cursed City core game, I definitely recommend picking that up. But don't buy it directly from GW. Look around and find some of these deals. There are some stellar deals for that. And if anybody does pick up the Curse City Nightwars and plays through that, I'd like to hear about that. Obviously, if it is fun, if it is enjoyable, if you played the core Curse City game, how you like that. And then also for my Warcry peeps out there, what do you guys think so far of the new edition with the reactions and other like minor changes, as well as them sort of like putting all the rules together in this one core book? I have not played the new gangs from Heart of Gore yet, or played with the terrain, but it looks really cool. I cannot wait to have a little more free time. But going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. Let me know what you're picking up down below. Always like to hear back from the community. And as always, remember to like and subscribe for daily reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for everything from Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Horus Heresy, and of course a little Blood Bowl as well. That's it for today. I am Warhammer Man from Warhammer Man Studios, and I'm out of here.